Pittsburgh, you are in for quite the treat because we are joined by the lovely Mandy Moore, who not only just wrapped up filming season 4 of This Is Us, but she has an album that's out today, and her first stop on the tour is right here in Pittsburgh on March 20th. I think you've earned yourself an honorary Pittsburgh title. How does it feel? Is it almost bittersweet?
No, it's not bittersweet at all. It's all sweet. Purely sweet. I'm so excited. I can't wait to come and perform live for everybody in Pittsburgh, but it feels very serendipitous having just wrapped up the show, and I do feel like I'm an honorary resident being a Pearson. So it all sort of is, it's perfect.
We're welcoming you with open arms, and we are so excited to hear your music. I know for one, we have been like highly anticipating this, so this is huge. Now, the show does have so many Pittsburgh references. Is there any one in particular? I know there's been so many, but is there any one that's kind of stuck out to you or really resonated with you?
I mean, when I think of Pittsburgh and think of the Pearsons, I think of the Steelers. Like, we are a Steelers family through and through, and football is a huge staple of this show, and it's a big through line that we carry through from season to season to season. So that to me feels like the most synonymous Pittsburgh thing with the show. It's funny because the other day there was an episode, and I think my character said that the roads were slippery, and the amount of people that I had reached out to me from Pittsburgh that were like, we say slippy, not slippery. I was like, okay, this is why we need someone in the writer's room to keep us, you know, on the straight and narrow. So we're not messing up anymore with the proper lingo.
We'll send you a Pittsburghese. We have our whole language. We'll send you a dictionary.
Could you?
Yes, we'll get you all hooked up.
I need a cheat sheet. I need a cheat sheet.
Well, you stop by the station when you're here, and we'll make sure we have it all figured out for you.
Perfect.
Something else that I want to talk about is your character, Rebecca. Now, she is the only one who kind of exists through all of the main storylines, which I thought was so cool.
Yeah.
The writer, Dan, said that. So I just kind of want to know, what is her diagnosis going to play? Like, what kind of role is that going to play moving forward?
You know, I feel incredibly lucky that I am the only cast member that gets to sort of float between every single timeline. I'm there before children, I'm there with every iteration of the children, I'm there with the adult children, I'm there in the future. Rebecca really, it's a lot of time in the hair and makeup trailer for me, but I'm grateful for it. I think this season has, you know, obviously Rebecca's health has been a big question and a big issue, and moving forward, obviously with a diagnosis that she received not too long ago, it's really about the family rallying around her and figuring out what the best course of action is moving forward. And I think there is going to be tension that bubbles up in the family because obviously not everyone is going to necessarily be on the same page. And it will be interesting to see how that sort of resolves itself moving forward. I think different children have different ideas of what's going to be best for mom. And maybe it doesn't even align with what mom wants for herself. So I think I'd pay attention for these next few episodes, and before the season ends, there will be some questions answered in that regard.
Could this have anything to do with maybe Randall and Kevin? Will we see this boiling part? Because I know in some of the flash forwards, we see that they are no longer speaking, and we keep almost hiccuping, like almost getting there, but not quite. Will we see that by the end of the season?
There will be some satisfaction. You will understand what has sort of happened, what's come between Kevin and Randall before the season is done. Absolutely. And I'm just going to tell you, oh, you're not ready for it. Because I wasn't ready for it reading it. I'm like, oh my goodness. That's what I love about the show, is there's such a deep-seated groundedness and reality to the way that these characters interact. Not even necessarily just what happens to them, but the way they communicate with each other that is too real and therefore upsetting sometimes.
Hey, it's what keeps us watching every week. We are so highly anticipating this. We cannot wait to watch all new episodes of This Is Us here in Pittsburgh. And we're so excited to welcome you here on March 20th with your tour. Thank you so much.
I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much.